It's 6:30, time to get into what the headlines are saying this morning and also get your reactions. We are streaming live on YouTube and Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja, so you can go onto those platforms to watch the show live and be a part of the conversation while you share your thoughts and your reactions on the platforms at Nigeria Info Abuja. That's what it is on YouTube and Facebook. This morning, we've got The Punch, Leadership, The Guardian, The Vanguard, and The Daily Trust. Please note that these headlines are only read as published according to the guidelines of these various media outlets and have got nothing to do with Nigeria Info. So ensure that in your reactions, you have the facts, details, and every info that you are sharing is something that you are certain about and only the right information. Again, varsities face lockdown as workers begin strike today is a major headline on The Punch. The rider right here, non-teaching staff shot varsities offices, gates, ministry mom as minister quits Wednesday. NSCDC arrests illegal Chinese miners in Nasarawa. Helicopter crash. Family demands body of missing NNPCL worker. Lagos probes engineer's death at construction site. CNG, Dangote invests $280 million in conversion. Others. Federal government plans tax overhaul to access $750 million World Bank loan. Army begins enlisting ex-soldiers to bridge manpower shortfall. EFCC to track funds as local government autonomy begins November. Ondo poll. State won't tamper with local government funds, Ayedatiwa tells voters. And that's it on The Punch.
All right, let's move on now to what the Daily Trust is saying on the front pages. High cost, low sales at petrol stations as citizens abandon vehicles. High cost, low sales at petrol stations as citizens abandon vehicles. USAID urged to include cassava on international list. Kogi, others urged to withdraw suit challenging EFCC's legality. Blackout, those calling for TCN MD sack unpatriotic. Flood, NDE launches job creation initiative in Borno. We can't cope. Abuja civil servants abandon their vehicles over fuel hike. We're doing everything possible to restore power in the north, says the TCN. Shettima's life at risk. Borno speaker demands new aircraft for VP. $1 billion monthly diaspora remittance achievable, says Cardoso. Cabinet reshuffle. PDP, APC chieftain ask Tinubu to relinquish petroleum ministry. Governor Yusuf swears in lone female LG chairperson and 43 chairmen. And finally, 2025 LG elections will not include Lagos LCDAs, says Assembly. These and many more headlines you'll find on the Daily Trust newspapers this morning.
Moving on now to what the leadership is saying. Facility deficit threatens new school curriculum. Bagudu, Umahi, Idris, Lord Tinubu on Sokoto Badagry Superhighway. Tertiary institutions, National Assembly seeks enhanced security, power infrastructure. Women leaders demand gender equity in humanitarian affairs appointment. Niger Delta youths to storm Abuja over Port Harcourt refinery. Edo Governor-elect Okpebolo mocks Obaseki over $45 million loan. Esako East Local Government Area Chair hails Momo's appointment, sue for collaboration. Withheld salaries, varsity workers begin nationwide strike today. And that's it on leadership.
And now let's move on to what the Vanguard newspapers are saying this morning on the front pages. Pressure mounts on Naira, falls to 1,740 Naira in parallel markets. Families hurting from high prices, says IMF. 3 billion Naira fraud, minister summons NAS staff leadership and aggrieved members. Obasanjo to wealthy Nigerians, assist the downtrodden, he says. IMF sees major manufacturing shift towards India and China. PANDEF sets up reconciliation committee to resolve Wike Fubara crisis. Cabinet shake-up. Why ministers fired Tinubu should have left much earlier, says Adebayo. Wike versus Atiku. Fresh moves to sack Damagum begin. You find the story on the Vanguard. And finally on the Vanguard, reps tackle Umahi for failing to address Nigeria's poor road network. Reps tackle Umahi for failing to address Nigeria's poor road network. These are more headlines you'd find on the Vanguard newspapers this morning.
Moving on now to what the Guardian has got as its major headline. RMAFC folds, high cost of governance, 6 better prudence is the major headline on The Guardian. That is the Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission, RMFAC, is speaking on the high cost of governance in Nigeria. National Inland Waterways Authority to phase out wooden boats on inland waterways, MD assures. Search enters day 4 as NSIB recovers 4th helicopter crash victim. Nigerians experiencing COVID debilitating disorders, experts report. 7 states waive ROW charges to expand telecom services. NASU, SANU begin strike over withheld salaries. Nigeria acts to protect $20 billion cocoa export industry amid EU regulatory deadline. Nigeria's consumption of polio vaccines not yielding desired results, officials. 7 dead as FCTA clarifies report of collapsed building, says structure was under demolition. Serap files contempt lawsuit against INEC chair for failing to investigate electoral offenders. Niger Delta youths allege wastage of $3 billion on comatose refineries. Ebonyi to pay 75,000 Naira minimum wage as CAN hails Bago's 80,000 Naira pay. And that's it on The Guardian this morning. Time to get to your reactions right now. You can watch live and contribute on YouTube and Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja. Once you get through, please move away from your device, give your name, your location, and kindly go straight to sharing your thoughts. On WhatsApp, it is 08099930137.
And the numbers to call are 0700-951-0000 or 0809-597-4869. Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
You're welcome.
How are you? Yeah, my name is Mrs. Someza. I'm calling you from Buhari. Wow, cabinet reshufflement. You know, we have a new minister of humanitarian, and nobody told us anything about my beautiful sister. No closure. We need closure about what happened in that ministry. Finally, the president, sir, this one, if to say I go school, I for write letter to the president. Sir, you just know that workers are finding it difficult to work. They've abandoned their vehicle. And the transportation is not also friendly. Mr. President, yes, we are trying to do the needful. They say democracy is for the people, not the people for democracy. Mr. President, sir, the rate at which people are not going to work is affecting their economy. And if you manage to go to office, you are not productive because you are thinking, you have not eaten, you have to beg to get to the office. It's affecting the economy, it's affecting the economy. Let me tell you, Mr. President, school now, they don't change their program just to fit in. All of a sudden, they will just tell you children should not come to school on Thursday and Friday. Why? Because the vehicle that is conveying them, they don't feel afford fuel. Parents are finding it difficult to send their children to school. It's going to affect the standard of education. See, but Mr. President, here in Buhari alone, Okada, from here to here, they will tell you 300. People are trekking their life out. The trekking is good, but this one are punishment, Mr. President. People that are supporting you before, they are finding it difficult to talk in public. Thank you, Mr. President, sir.
All right,
Mrs. Omezo, thank you very much. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
You're welcome.
I greet you, Chris, there in the studio.
Good morning, go ahead.
Oku is my name. Yes. Nigeria tell you to visit Abuja about Port Harcourt refinery. I'm not surprised. I know scrapping of this Nigeria Delta minister, I know it will create more problem. Yes. I know they will react. Yes. So those people that scrap that ministry, they are prepared for the outcome of it. Then vehicle owners abandon their vehicle. Vehicle print stations, no customer again. Yes, it's what we are saying. Nigerians, apart, if we blame politicians, we blame yourself. If you know that you vote APC in 2015, you don't have right to call and criticize this government.
No. Everybody has the right to say anything, to have a side to stand on. So please don't say that. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Have a nice reflection.
Thank you very much. And may I just say to that, for every election, there are political parties that come out to, contest for a role, for an office. And for every election, one candidate from any party gets to win. Whatever the outcome is for that decision, we all bear the responsibility. So having to say, because you voted for this party is the reason why we're suffering this. In the past administrations, we suffered this as well. From time immemorial, these have been the same common issues that Nigerians have dealt with and complained about. So I think we need to dissociate the Nigerian problem from just a political party or political divide, because at the end of the day, if as Nigerians we cannot identify the problems and tackle them grassroots, we'll just keep going on in cycles about voting for a political party or something. Good morning.
Yes, hello, good morning, Itodo.
Welcome.
Thank you. My name is Abdul calling from Jadi.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Abdul.
Democratic government and a transitional government are two different things. The present administration are transitional government. They are after transition with their own friends and all people that they know since they came into the system of government. The reshuffling of the ministers assure that instead of for you to do the right thing, for the reshuffling, you now upload another people for political appointment, despite the fact that we are going through so many challenges in the country, insecurity, high price of commodity and the petroleum. I think remain small. They will come to the office and they will not find anybody because there is complaint from the civil servant. They abandon their cars because of the high price in the commodity of the fuel price. So I think the government of today, they dilapidated Nigeria. They make Nigeria to be not attractive to the international community and the local people that they wanted to come to Nigeria because the citizens are complaining bitterly and they will keep complaining bitterly. The time can tell. Sooner or later, we are going to kick them out of the office.
All right, Abdul.
That's the reason why most of the time when you go out, you see so many people begging on the road, people complaining. If you go to the hospital, the price of the paracetamol that is 60 naira now is about 1,005. What will help us?
All
right, Abdul. Thank you very much.
And do it very well.
Thank you so much for calling. Well, let's get to some comments right now on our Facebook Live. Remember, we're streaming live on Facebook at Nigeria Info FM Abuja, as well as on YouTube at Nigeria Info Abuja. Good morning to you, Dishon Lamtor, watching live on Facebook, as well as Joshua Caleb. Good morning. Also, Francis Namani says, the fresh move to resolve the political saga between Fubara and Wike is a welcome development. In the same vein, let Mr. President address the issue of fuel price hike, electricity tariff hike, hunger, and other economic hardship bedeviling the country. Which way, Nigeria? He sent that in from Amagunze. Dr. Mrs. Uma Olebara from Aweri says, Nigeria needs rebranding, which is a cleansing process, a rebirth, a positive attraction. Our leaders must rebrand themselves. Fake religious ministers, the police, the civil servants, teachers, the students, landlords, and medical workers must rebrand. But the problem is the reality of having attitudinal change when everyone given an opportunity to hold public office steals the same property he's endowed to look after. May God heal our land and give us leaders with milk of human kindness and not dealers, she says. Biyama Chang Habila says, good morning. High cost of fuel, civil servants abandoning vehicles. This government has taken us back to the olden days era of trekking. What a PT. One cannot buy food nor even pay transport for work. May God help us, he says.
And looking at what you're saying on the YouTube platform right now, good morning, Wolfgang Jr. watching from Nasarawa, Egon. While Hafsat Muazzez says, no customers in filling stations. May God help us. Josiah Oba, Abuja civil servants are passing through a difficult time. God will help them. Naira falling is what he says. And Anthony Menogu, thank you for being a part of this, live from Mina in Niger State. Let's get back to the phone lines. When you get through, please go straight to your point. It's 6:48 right here. We're going through the headlines and getting your reactions. You can watch live on YouTube and Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, Itodo. How are you?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
Good morning to your colleagues.
Good morning.
This morning.
Go ahead.
Niger Delta youth plan to storm Abuja to refine protection refinery. I think former late President Yaradua listened to the yearning of the people when the pipeline was vandalizing and he placed that Niger Delta Ministry to damn the picture of what is happening in them. Then why Mr. President should look into it what he did to not make them vandalize the pipeline to resume again. We not pay for that to happen. And APC, PDP, we went the same market to buy this. And we went the same station to buy for everything is biting us. Somebody that started to vote for APC should not have money to complain. Well, I don't blame him. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Dr. Itodo and the lady at the studio.
Good morning. It's Gabriella.
Yes. Gabriella, good morning.
You're welcome.
Okay, my name is Obedient Elder Conrad Tony calling from Abuja.
Go ahead.
Naira is having a free fall against the dollar. as at yesterday, right now, is 1,740 naira. Now, how do you now expect industries not to fold up? Because most of these manufacturing industries import their raw materials from abroad, and even some finished products that are even coming abroad. Now, the end user pays through their nose, in most cases, because the traders, they source for black market, parallel market, a dollar to be able to import their raw material. How do you think inflation will not hit 1,000% before the end of this year? Now, as a matter of fact, President Bola Tinubu is just a pity. He knows that he hasn't got the capacity to be president of this country. He now presented himself by telling all Nigerians that that whether you people like it or not.
All right. Okay.
And of course, the same president told traditional rulers that he used his money to buy that position. So now what do we expect?
Well, those are not the words he used. Hold on. Let's not take the words that were shared out of context. Listen to me, comrade.
He said he used his money.
Listen to me. Listen to me. He did not say he used his money to buy the position. What he alluded to was the fact that there was no cabal that supported him in his contest towards becoming the president of Nigeria. So please be very mindful of taking words out of context and forming your own meanings. All right? Let's take some messages on the WhatsApp platform right now, shall we?
All right. On WhatsApp, this one here says, not be only civil servants, workers in the FCT are finding it difficult to commute to their various offices. There's no name on that message, but thank you for sending that in regardless. This says, speaking about the power outages in the northern region, this is too much. If it is nationwide, give TCN just 12 hours and the lights will be restored. Here in school that I am in, there is no light, no gas to cook, not even to boil water. Also, NASU and SANU going on strike. Please tell the president to pay them before ASO will join them. That's from Acrosoft from Jos. That's all the way from Jos.
Well, as Martin Karimu says, the Borno speaker demanding new aircraft for Shatima is an indication that our representatives should be re-educated, is what he said. Citizens abandon vehicles over fuel price. Very unfortunate, and the government is grandstanding. The rate of galloping inflation in Nigeria is scary. The government should review their policies that is killing Nigerians. I am one of those that won Nigerians, but I was ignored. We are now suffering from our choice, is what Emmanuel in Lube says.
And this one from Wazu John Lasisi from Buari says, good morning to you in the studio. If you're coming to town from Buari today, be ready to face the traffic because road construction work is going on even over the night. It's one-way traffic from Duse Tipa Garage, he says.
Let's get to you. You have 60 seconds. Please go straight to your point. Welcome.
Yes, good morning, Itodo.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. And good morning, Gabriella.
You're welcome. Good morning.
How's our weekend?
Very well, thank you.
It was good.
All right. My name is Mike when wind blows.
Go ahead, Mike.
I don't even know because of shortage of time, but I want to tell Nigerians that the complaint, ASUS, Sano, and I'm trying to go to strike.
Nasu.
People abandoning their vehicles. Last one, Sanu prepared to go to strike. People abandoning vehicles. Filling station, people are not maybe afford fuel again. We should think critically from two statements from our two commanders in chief. From the process leading to my emergence was fraudulent to somebody saying it's my turn. Make Nigerians think. I see you are trying to correct obedient elder. Tinubu said it is money that got him the presidency before our traditional rulers. So if we can't think critically Nigerians to say, okay, one of our commander-in-chief said the process that led to his emergence was fraudulent. Another one is telling us it is his turn, and then alluding to his money, giving him the presidency. If we think all the calls, say, okay, reduce fuel price, tax, whatever, if anybody thinks Tinubu is going to drop it, look at, have we forgotten that amount of money that man burned?
All right, you need to wrap up now because we have to go on a quick break. You need to wrap up now.
Rounding up, I'm saying all the increases in fuel pump price and all right. Tinubu is trying to recoup his money.
All right, thank you very much. We'll go on a quick break. I'll be right back after the news.
This is Nigeria Info.